Very much. And I really am delighted that we've got Eric LeBeau from Vermont who's going to be speaking about this. But I want to thank Mr. Latta and all of my colleagues for a focus on the challenges that we have in rural America. And rural America is most of America, and it's good people who live there. It's most of this committee. And, you know, a lot of our focus has been on getting broadband, high-speed internet out to rural America. And that's a challenge because of the economics of it, but it's a commitment that we're making. But this is about basic telephones. And it's pretty astonishing when you think about it that you can't have confidence as a business or as an individual that your call is going to go through. And it's pretty bizarre when it happens because you'll call and you're talking to somebody and you can hear them, but they can't hear you. Or they can hear you, but they can't hear them. Or you're in the middle of the call and it gets dropped. And it's all about these least cost routers finding the cheapest way to do it. And whether it means that it's overlap calls or drop calls, they don't care. And then it's very difficult for the FCC to follow up because when that's illegal, but it's not really enforceable. And this legislation is going to help that. And what's important for it is that it's an indication that this committee is sincerely committed to making certain that the tools of the modern economy, let alone the telephone, are available to folks in rural America. And that's red states, blue states, it's all of us. And it came to my attention talking to folks like Dakin Mills, where Mr. LeBeau is from. They have this extraordinary business where they have up to 175 employees that come on between Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's 70% of their business. And they sell the best bacon, the best maple syrup, and the best cheese in the world. And you might want to get
now,
Mr. LeBeau's.
We're going to have a problem on the best cheese, but yeah.
You might want to get Mr. LeBeau's number. But if you get his number, I want.
You want us to move this bill? Or?
I want your call to him to be completed, and that's why we've got to get this legislation passed. But it's a big deal. It's 70% of your business. Just think about it. That short window of time, it depends on the phone system working, and it doesn't work right now. So we've got, and you've got, great people like Mr. Miller, like Mr. LeBeau. We all have it in our districts, and we've got to give them some confidence that the tools that are basic for them to be successful are there for them to succeed. And I'm really proud to have a Vermonter, Mr. LeBeau, here. He grew up in Virgins, Vermont. He's back there. He went away to Indiana and got a degree, came back to Vermont, raising his family, and he's been the general manager of this company, Dakin Mills, that we're very proud of in Vermont. And he'll be able to give you some practical explanations about this. At this point, I'd like to yield the balance of my time to my friend and fellow traveler on this, Mr. Loebsack. Mr. Loebsack.
Thank you, Mr. Welch, for yielding. We won't talk about who has the best bacon. I just appreciate the fact that you did yield time to me. I am pleased that we're discussing this very, very important legislation today. It's kind of interesting that in the 21st century, when we're talking about smart cities and self-driving cars and